Hello everyone and welcome back to Mossy Pine Ranch at Elmcreek. We have reached episode number 10 and are now in May. Well, it seems like overnight, or next month, as each day is a month, we have had some crops appearing. Our sorghum in field 2 and 3, our grass in field 1 and the meadow, and our soybean in field 4, 5, 6 and 7 combined, which is great. So if we take a look at the map, we can see that growth has progressed quite well for the grass. The sorghum is looking pretty good as well, and then our soybean is the earliest stage of growth, and that's based on when they are harvestable. So we've still got a little way to go with our crops yet, but we can take a look at the soil composition and we can see that our sorghum and our soybeans have some weeds in. So we need to deal with that today. And then also some of our fields have small patches where some secondary fertilizer is needed. So that's going to be the plan for today. So I am going to be buying a sprayer. That's going to be the most effective way for us to get rid of the weeds, and it's also going to give us the ability to do some herbiciding or some fertilizing contracts should we choose to. But first of all, I need to make sure we've got some narrow tyres on our case here. So there we go, narrow tyres, $1,000, and I don't think we ever put the registration plate on it, so let's do that. Excellent. Hop in. Okay, so let's head off to the store and we can start by buying our new sprayer. Oh yeah, we'll have to get some herbicide as well, so best I pick up the trailer, then we can get some loaded up and get back to the farm with it. Okay, I've got our trailer that's going to have the herbicide IBCs on it, and let's head over to the store. I forgot to mention that overnight we've obviously had some funds come in. That's our profits from the BGA, which looks to have been quite profitable. Right, so I'm at the store and let's pick out our sprayer. I have obviously had a look first of all to see what will be good, and this Kuhn Deltis looked to be a good fit for our farm. $30,000, has a width of 21 metres and can take 1,300 litres of either fertiliser or herbicide. So let's buy that. Yeah, we're going to need some herbicide as well. So I've got these handy herbicide barrels which we can buy. 1,500 litres for $1,000. So we're going to need to buy a few of those. Right, so let's get the sprayer on the front of the tractor. There we are, and we should be able to fill it with one of the barrels. Very nice touch that. So it's taken 1,300 litres, but there's still 200 litres in the barrels. So it's removed the barrels quite nicely in that pallet, which is good to see. So let's get hitched back up to the trailer, and I'm going to ask the store guys to load it up for me. Right, we've got space for one more pallet, so I'm going to buy one of these handy diesel barrel pallets to go with it. Right, cheers guys, let me just get this strapped up nice and firm for transit. There we go. So hopping back in, and let's get back to the farm so we can start doing some herbiciding. get our fields nicely cleared of weeds. Right, here we are. So let's just drop off the old trailer. Can leave that here as a bit of a refill spot, although I'm not sure how much we're going to need to refill. So we should be able to get the sprayer dropped off there and switched to the rear. Right, we are attached. I think it's probably going to be best I start down this far end here. And I'm going to try and do both fields in one action sequence if I can. And yeah, let's start by getting our sprayer unfolded. Pretty funky. There we go. Nice piece of kit. Awesome. Right, so we've got our narrow wheels, which are going to help with making sure we don't damage the crop. And I think we'll do a bit of a loop round headland first and try and make it good. So we switch on. There we are. And we should hopefully see, if I can just do a quick check. There we go. So we have removed the weeds. The brown shows that the weeds have died off, which is pretty good. So let's switch back on and we can crack on with our weeding. So yeah, quick chance for me to say that this is the first session I am recording with my new Logitech Satec Farm Sim side panel. Oops, going a bit wide there. So yeah, I am just getting nicely used to it. It's really great. I am going to do an unboxing video for it and just show how I've got it working. I've set my own key bindings for it, so still getting used to it. But it is really great for using the equipment, tools, attachments, and most definitely very good for using front loaders, telehandlers, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to really smooth out my use of front loaders and yeah, makes things much quicker rather than having to find the keyboard binding. Right, looping around the top here. You can also make nice smooth corners thanks to the Logitech G910T wheel. Oh, but I can still manage to snag the fence, which is a bit silly. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Clearly don't know my own width. So, making some good progress. I'm going to get this field done and then move straight on to the next field to the right, which has got our soybean in. So let's get these weeds cleared up, shall we? There we are. We've finished herbiciding our 2 fields. So if we take a little look, yep, there's a couple of tiny little patches here and there. I did find that I had to go over this field, especially 4, 5, 6 and 7, as yeah, there were a couple of patches that were left, but I did drive over them, so I'm guessing that maybe the working speed just crept over what was allowable based on the sprayer, and it just counted as it missing a spot and not herbiciding it properly. But I went over it and touched it up just so we are all good. So the weeds are all dead in those 2 fields. So next, we obviously still have quite a bit of herbicide left, so I was thinking we would go and give some of our spraying services a go for benefiting some of our friendly farmers. So we've got herbiciding in field 22, 34 and 55, and some of these contracts are going to help us to pay off the sprayer and the herbicide. So let's accept these. So there we go, 3 active contracts for field 22, 34 and 55. So I'm going to go whiz round those now and get them all done. Right, so field 22 looks to just be around here. There we are. So we can get the trailer unhitched and load up our sprayer. Okay, so we have finished all 3 contracts. So 22, 34 and 55 all completed. So let's collect. Excellent, nice little boost of the funds, but yeah, not paid for the sprayer and the herbicide. But yeah, we will obviously get some benefit from our crops being of a good yield, thanks to getting rid of the weeds. So it's now back to the farm, where we are going to get on to spreading some fertiliser. We've only got a few patches at the farm where we need to just top it up to secondary, but yeah, I have a plan to do some fertilising contracts as well. And we're not going to use the sprayer for that, we are going to use the solid fertiliser spreader, as we've got some solid fertiliser to use up. And yeah, I don't want to be incurring any more costs, but should get a few thousand from each contract, which is nice. Yeah, enjoyed doing the spraying. The sprayer itself is really good. Has a nice unfolding animation on it, and a good width for a small size operation. And yeah, perfect for some of the fields that we were working on. Made light work of it still. Also, what was nice was being able to see some of the different areas of the map, and yeah, different farms tucked away, and yeah, some interesting shaped fields, that's for sure. Let's get back to the farm, drop this stuff off, and switch to fertilise operations. Okay, let's just tuck the trailer under the tree for now, and find a little spot to park our sprayer. Right, luckily I think it's going to fit in here. That's handy, as we are running out of shed space elsewhere, but that's going to fit in there quite nicely until we get some bigger sheds. Okay, picked up the spreader. There's no fertiliser in here, so we'll just have to get that filled up. Right, 75% we have, so I think that's going to do us. If not, we'll have to pop to the shop and buy probably just one more pallet. So let's squeeze through here, as I think we're going to go do this field first. Okay, so if we take a look, it's just the initial field 1 area and then the middle section of 2 and 3 that need the fertiliser. So let's get rolling with that, and then also I'm going to take out the fertilising contracts that are available, as that's going to benefit. So I think there was 3 earlier, but there seems to be only 2 now, field 26 and field 53. So let's accept those before they disappear, and yeah, we'll get them done, and that's going to earn us a good bit of cash as well. So I'm going to get started with spreading. Nip into the field here and get switched on. Quite hard to see where we are covering, as we don't have any texture change, but nonetheless I can try and gauge it and take a look at the map just for a bit of reference. I want to try and not waste it. I only want to go over areas that we haven't covered, otherwise that's going to use up valuable fertiliser. But I'm pleased that in FS22 seem to only go through fertiliser at a modest rate. I think it used to absolutely churn through it in FS19, so that is good. Right, so I'm going to get this done, then move on to field number 1 area, and then move on to our contracts. And after we've done the contracts, I think we're going to be on to selling some produce. We've got eggs and lettuces good to go, and I think the chickens and the horses need a bit of feed. So I'll see you in a short while. There we are, lovely job, just finished off that contract. So yeah, there was only 2, but yeah, we get 3,297 from that one, and then 513 from that little diddy field, which was pretty cool. So that's us done for contracting, and we can head back to the farm. We've still got 54% left of fertilizer, so that's pretty good. That fertilizer is going to go towards either our own fields or some more contracts in the future. Yeah, let's get back to the ranch and see to our chickens and horses, and also the produce of the eggs and the lettuces. Quite nice working around this area, as yeah, this is where the community server work is all happening in our Elmcreek community server map. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. And that community server is between myself and Nordic Farming's community, and yeah, it's pretty good fun. So if you want to get involved, come check that out on our Discords, and all the joining instructions are there. But yeah, let's head back to the ranch. Right, just grabbing the trailer so we can give our animals some feed. So we only have oats, 1400 litres, and that's going to have to go to our horses. We have run out of feed for the chickens, so I'm hoping the sorghum is going to be ready in time. I think it's ready in August, so we've got to survive June and July. But let's get this to our horses. There we go, so they've taken all the oats, and yeah, they've still got a little bit to go, so I'm hoping that's going to last until the sorghum's ready. Yep, the chickens need wheat, barley or sorghum, and we haven't got any of those, so yeah, we're going to have to get some chicken feed if they do run out. Right, just managed to get our stores stashed away, and got our diesel next to our repair area, so that's pretty handy. Right, so next I'm off to grab the eggs and the lettuces, and I did check the prices, but I'll do a quick check again. I think the best price is at the Johnston's Farmer Market again, and if it's not too dissimilar, I'll just go there anyway, as it's only down the road. Right, these chickens have made 2 full pallets. Right, 2 pallets of lettuces. Right, we are going to do the lettuces at the Johnston's Farmers Market, as they're the best price. $3,112 from our lettuces, that's good going. Right, and our eggs can go to the fast food restaurant as that is the best price. Oh dear, I seem to have thrown them. 1,000 so far. Very nice. 9,540 plus another 1,000, so 10,540. Pretty good going. So let's head back to the farm, and I think the last job is just to start tending to the horses. Okay, so lastly I'm just going to make sure that the horses have their hay. Should be able to split this bale up, and there we go. See if it will take another. No, okay, so we can just leave that there to top it up when we are done. So I'm going to get on to giving the horses their daily riding training and a clean. But before I do, just want to talk through the finances. So if we take a look here, we can see yesterday and overnight and into today, we earned 79,000 and 30,000 from our biogas plant income. So yeah, that's about 110,000 for the grass that we baled, wrapped and put in the BGA. So it looks like we've made £8,792 today from our contract income and 10,611 from our harvest income. I think that was the eggs as the sold products. 112 is the lettuces. Yep, and we surely incurred some costs today. 31,000 for the Kuhn sprayer and 6,000 for the herbicide and diesel. But that's not too bad. We're still looking in the green today. So yeah, £13,950 profit and 20,000 yesterday. So sat at £70,000 for now. So that's pretty good. Right, I am going to get on to the horses. Let's pick Zia first. She was first in line, and we'll give Zia daily ride training and a clean, and then I'll move on to the other horses. So that is it for today. We've had a busy and mixed session. We had to get a new sprayer to clear the weeds in our own fields, which we have done. We took on some herbiciding contracts, which earns us a fair amount of money, and we then switched to fertilising again our own fields and then some contract work. So yeah, some good earnings today. And we also sold some produce, our lettuces and eggs. So yeah, happy with today's output, and I can't wait really till harvest time. It's going to be nice harvesting the sorghum. We are desperate for it as our chickens are nearly running hungry, and our horses aren't too far off either. And then we've got our soybean bang ahead. That'll be a nice harvest and good profit from that size of field. And then our grass field to the right, which I think might be ready next session. So yeah, it could well be another mowing and silage session next time. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching. Big thank you for your views, likes and subscribes. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. But all there's left to say is, hope you enjoyed watching and look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers all. Catch you later. Bye bye.